I want to share a clip from my conversation with Kevin Pietersen, who is one of the greatest English cricketers ever and who is now devoting himself to saving Africa's white and black rhinos from extinction.
What we do know is that there's been a catastrophic drop-off in numbers. We've lost 90% of the rhino population in the last 10 years in southern Africa. And I mean, there's areas where there used to be an abundance of rhino. You just do not see a rhino. We're lucky enough to see rhino where we are occasionally, but you just don't see rhino. I mean, you go to the Kruger when I was a kid, and you come across a rhino sighting, and it's like, okay, yeah, cool. You see them around every corner. You see a leopard, and they're just cars everywhere. Like, it is just the thing to see. Like, it is just the most unbelievable sighting. And the strange thing is now, because I'm on radio, so we're private, and we drive on 6,500 hectares, but we're part of the Sabi Sands Nature Reserve, which is an associated private nature reserve alongside the Kruger National Park. There's no fences, so you get corridors and traffic and thoroughfare of all sorts of animals, everything really. And we're on radio. A rhino sighting is something that people respond to immediately. And even me, I will be listening on the radio, and you'll see a guy, they'll say, okay, we've got a leopard sighting here. And it's like, okay, well, where am I? Oh, it's about 20 minutes to drive to go to that leopard sighting. Anyone that comes on with a rhino sighting, where is it? We're going to go and see it, because you don't know when next you're going to see a rhino, and you want to take photos of seeing a rhino. You want to spend time in the presence of these majestic creatures.
But there's no shortage of habitat. I once went to the Kruger, and I just could not believe the size of it. You know, this national park is sort of the size of an average European country, and of course there's habitat in private reserves and so on all the way across to Namibia on the other side of the Cape. And so it's not a habitat issue. This is out and out an illegal hunting issue. Because of demand from certain Asian nations, correct?
Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's it used to be related to medicinal purposes, ancient beliefs around being a cure for cancer, ancient beliefs around being an aphrodisiac, and those mythical beliefs have somewhat with education and with the access to the internet being put on hold, whereby now they are purely symbols of wealth. So if you've got rhino horn, if I had a mantelpiece here and I got rhino horn on my mantelpiece, and I was able to roll around with rhino horn, like, I'm the dude. I've obviously got big cash, and I can play on any stage. And that's the hard thing now, is trying to almost squash that. But when there's money involved, there's corruption involved, everybody wants to earn a quick buck, it's hard to do, Ben.
In scientific terms, there's no basis to the idea that this is a medicinal treatment for anything.
It's just keratin, it's your fingernail. So you do that, you bite your fingernail, that's rhino horn. And I've been on that many unfortunate situations where you've got the dead animal in front of you. And then I've also been in some pretty cool positions where we go and dart and dehorn rhino, because that's one way that we believe right now is a way to slow down the trafficking of the animal. You put that in your mouth, the shavings of a rhino horn, and it's keratin. It's your fingernail. It is nothing more and nothing less. It is just keratin.
And Kevin, you've posted some pretty devastating and pretty emotional things on your social media in the last few years. Some harrowing footage of rhinos that have been shot but not killed. The horns have been removed, and it's a bloody mess. Often a baby rhino hanging around the corpse of its mother. And you've posted some really devastating things. You've been in those scenes. How is that? How is that for you? How is it generally to be there in the aftermath of one of these poaching expeditions?
It's a smell that so the sight is one thing, right? People see them, and I can post it, and you can see it, and you can say it's harrowing, and you can look at that and go, how dreadful, how awful. But you can scroll to the next picture, and there's another, probably a picture of an island that you're looking at, and it's just that immediate sort of like, oh wow, horrendous, horrible. And then you scroll your feed, and it can be something else. So that immediate transition from sadness and pain, within a couple of swipes of your finger, it's all sorted. And I say that because sight is one thing, but the smell, Ben, is on a different level, and it's a smell that you will never, ever, ever forget. The smell of a dead animal, a carcass, an animal that's just been killed, is something that you'll never, ever forget. And it's that sticks with you, and it's that gives me the energy to continually try and do my best to put a hold and a stop to what is happening and what is still happening out in South Africa.
What do they do with the orphaned young ones because the poachers presumably aren't killing the baby ones, and the babies hang around the bodies of their mothers?
Yeah, they go across to a place called Care for Wild. There's a wonderful woman called Petronelle that takes over once the orphaned rhinos are there, and she must have, I mean, goodness, she's got tens of I mean, she's got a lot. She's got a lot of baby animals, and these are animals that are in distress. These are animals that haven't fed for a few days. These are animals that sometimes get found on the verge of death. And you're right, they try and protect their mums, they try and protect their dads, more often than not than the mums. So we've relocated quite a few of these animals, and I've spent quite a lot of time with these animals at Care for Wild. It's the most wonderful organization, and they need so much funding in order to maintain the life blood of these animals.
I think the most devastating thing about the whole thing is that these big, gentle giants, they have no natural predators. They should live a natural life and die a natural death, and we are obliterating them as a species. Yep. In the pursuit of this pointless product for this greed. And Kevin, you're devoting your energy to this. With all the determination that you brought out onto the cricket fields. And I know the determination of former cricketers. My brother-in-law Imran Khan has got a determination the likes of which I've never seen in anyone in my entire life. And I know you bring that same passion, that same energy to your life's work, which is to save this species. Now, how are we going to save Africa's rhinos and build up their numbers back to what they could be, given how much habitat there is, and also how much of an economic benefit they are to African countries? People come from all over the world to see them.
That's the thing as well, right? The economic value to the continent is a big thing. Africa would not be Africa without one of its big five, and the rhino is front and center of that big five. So we've done incredible work. When I started in this conservation place, 2013, they were having 3 deaths a day. So every 8 hours, an animal was being taken out. We're down to about 1, sometimes less. Per day now, because of the systems that we've got in place. I mean, we've raised crazy amounts of money, and we've got systems in place there now, which are just wonderful, wonderful systems. So we're able to stop the perpetrators way before they shoot the animal. On occasions, we miss. But there are systems in place now that are doing very, very good jobs. We're dehorning a lot of the animals too, so there's a lot of amazing people that are doing some incredible work. But all these things take time, and they also cost money.
Thanks for watching. If you want to listen to the entire episode, please search for Rewilding the World on whatever app you use to get your podcasts.